that was like completely, and I literally did not mean for that to happen. Like, it was not. It was not. It was not my intention to end like that. Truly, it wasn't my intention to end. But it just happened. It just happened. Um, you know, it just happened. Um, what was I doing? Okay, English or Spanish? I mean, I got to change the title, so you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. Yeah. I got. I think it was like 20 more minutes, but I think I just need to see. I'm just trying to see what's going on around the world. Um, Young and going crazy. That do you about me? Oh my god. I'm sorry. It was just mad hard to belch. Yo, people are watching. Oh my god. Yo, bro, people are actually tuned in to the presidential debates. Like, honestly, I gotta hear. Um, this ain't the portion of the election season that like nobody ever people aren't really
has
people
debunked
really
it.
ever
And
get
just the other
interested
day it came
in.
out where it was fully debunked. It's a
Well, I'm
nonsense
not showing
story.
my
He
screen.
knows that. And he didn't run because of Charlottesville. He used that as an excuse to run.
President Biden.
And
Oh, I
debunked.
gotta put
It
on my screen.
happened. All you have to do is
Ooh.
listen to what was said at the time. And the idea that somehow that's the only reason I ran. I ran because I was worried a guy like this guy could get elected. If he thought there were good people coming out of that forest, carrying those woods, carrying those torches, then he
I'm
didn't
not
deserve
putting
to be
the
president.
debate on my
Didn't
TV,
deserve to be
fam.
president at all.
I'm good.
And the idea that he's talking about all this being fabricated, we saw with our own eyes. We saw it
Actually, I
happen
just
on
got that full
January 6th.
screen.
We saw the people breaking through the windows. We saw people occupying his own vice president. Look, there's a reason why 40 of his 44 top cabinet officers refused to endorse him this time. His vice president hasn't endorsed him this time. So why?
Wait, is he
Why?
spin?
They know him well. They serve with him.
Is
Why
that
are they
true?
not endorsing him?
Thank you, President Biden. We're going to be right back with more
Okay.
from the CNN
No.
presidential debate.
Alright, let me see. Yo,
Is that they use is also like valid or whatever. There's something that you need to pay attention to is the fact that Trump is maximizing his talking time, right? And he's also hijacking a response that Biden is letting him get away with, right? And using his time plus his response time combined. And when asked for a rebuttal, his rebuttal now, right? He answers the wrong question and is given more time to answer the correct question. Dude, he's 3xing the time, 4xing it. It's insane.
I'm
So the
listening to
whole
X
no,
QC
dude,
talk about
they will cut the
presidential
mic
debate
when
in the US.
dude, it's not how
This
you
is the
how
state
you fucking navigate a debate, dude. This automated system is dumb. Now they have to mechanically give him more time on purpose. It's so brain dead. It's so dumb.
It's so brain dead. It's so brain dead.
Also, I understand,
It is.
okay, that it's the facts that matter and then what you say that matter and the words, whatever. But viewers, people that listen to stuff, okay, they all feel something when they're like.
Shh, man. What?
Absolutely. Shout out my boy Nico, bro. My boy Nico watching the stream right now, bro. Shout out, he just sent me shit on Snap. Hey, shout out to Nico. Shout out to Nico. Okay, wait. Okay, look. Wait, no, hold on, nigga. I'm gonna help your ass. Wait, how old are you?
Someone tell me when it's back, chat. Someone tell me when it's back.
You 15. Okay, so like what you want to? Is there any girls? Like, do you have anyone in mind? You got any targets? Like,
I'm leeching. Like,
not really. My man just.
Like I'm literally leeching right
No,
now.
not really. But like my friend, he be sending me like girls, bro. They want dreadheads and shit. So you know, like, I'm just trying to get back.
Take your bonnet off. Take your bonnet off.
Started dress, bro. People were cooking me. You need to show your server out, bro. People were saying I was chopped. I haven't got like a lineup in ages, but like, I got like the starter shit.
I'm trying to go back.
Those fire, gang. No bullshit.
Why am I still hearing this? I'm trying to check SQC saying.
As a plan, or I can't make a call on it, or whatever. I don't really understand it.
Yo,
I
I
won't
hate this
abstain
type
because I
of
don't get it.
content because I'm not doing nothing. I'm at a
I think it's about abortion, but
conversation right now.
if you leave it up to the government or federal, right?
This is a Canadian.
It's good if it's
on
all
American
yes.
politics.
I'm sure people think that,
Ain't
but is there a
true,
possibility that it
got
could
slaves or
flip
something like
if Congress flips and now it's all no? Is that a possible? Is that a risk of that strategy or whatever? Could that happen or not?
I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's see.
Damn, bro, 5-star shit, bro.
Wait, hold on, bro. Yo, are you done talking to me, nigga? We still talking.
Keep going. My bad.
No, you good, bro? Dang. What's your name, by the way?
Eli.
Eli. What's up, Eli? Okay, look. I'm gonna be honest, bro. When you in school,
it's debate.
Like, nigga, I don't know. Just when you see a bad bitch, you want her, you like her. What I do is I ask her to tutor. You know, you could go up and be straightforward, but in high school, I would always take the long friendship route, and that typically end up helping. You feel me? I feel like you should just get to know them type shit, and not just jump straight in because you do have starter locks. Let's just keep it serious. So you feel me? If you start talking now, you just start making hella friends, whatever. Then they start to see them dreads get longer. Over time, you feel me? It's a process. But right now, gang, hey man, unless your ass going Division I to Stanford University, your ass not getting no hoes with that haircut. Now maybe you just need a lineup. That might just be it. Maybe you just need a lineup, bro. No.
Yeah, I've gotten a lineup in like a month, bro. I'm getting one soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, do your thing. Yo, I believe in you, bro. Just work on yourself. Man, the hoes gonna come. And don't be scared to talk, because if a bit W, you're in high school, right?
Yeah, I'm high school.
You're gonna end up on some private stories, nigga. But that's okay. It's all part of the learning process. You feel me? You got nice teeth. You good, bro. Just do your shit, man. Do your shit.
Get it, Max.
Hey, love you, man. I'ma see your ass. All right, boy. Appreciate you, gang.
Hey,
love you, man.
Go.
You don't even have bitches? Exactly. I don't know why he asked me. Shit, I'm bitchless as hell. Niggas really asking me for the bitches. I don't have the bitches. Jason, brother, if I turn this hoe on and I don't see Asian Jeff, you're a bean. Why is every Eli chopped? Yo, bro, after this, we gon' hold on. We gonna go shopping for the go-karting. We still going shopping. We going shopping for the go-karting, guys. So we're gonna go shopping. What's up? Do you hear me?
Like, and that's why I gotta leave because I can't see nothing, bro.
What?
It's on YouTube. Let's see.
No, I don't hear you. Hold on. I hear you through my stream.
I don't want to see like.
You hear me?
They better show on YouTube.
Yo, Jason, come here. Yeah. Someone just joined my server and said they're said I'm Jason's brother, so I'm assuming they gonna look like you.
To be able to buy the first home.
Yo, Jason. What's up, Jason?
It's actually different. Tired of the page. Excuse me, friends. My turn.
So they can get started. I made sure that we're in a situation where all those black families and those black individuals being student debt, all the rest is forgiven after 10 years. Millions have benefited from that. And we're going to do a whole lot more for black families.
Thank you, President Trump.
Yo, he
caused the inflation. He's blending inflation, and he's right, it's been very bad. He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled, tripled, and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his Green New Scam and all of the other, all this money that's being thrown out the window. He caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now. And it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Thank you. President Biden?
There was no inflation when I became president. You know why? The economy was flat on its back. 15% unemployment. He decimated the economy. Absolutely decimated the economy. That's why there was no inflation at the time. There were no jobs. Provided thousands and millions of jobs for individuals who are in all communities, including
what's crazy about Trump in office? It was literally like
we have covered. The ACA has increased. I made sure that $8,000 per person in the family to get written off for health care. But this guy wants to eliminate that. They tried 50 times. He wants to get rid of the ACA again, and they're going to try again if they win. We find ourselves in a position where the idea that we're not doing it. I put more police on the street than any administration has. He wants to cut the cops. We're providing for equity and making sure people have a shot to make it. There's a lot going on. Inflation, he caused it by his tremendous malfeasance in the way he handled the pandemic.
Thank you. Another persistent challenge is the climate crisis. 2023 was the hottest year in recorded history, and communities across the country are confronting the devastating effects of extreme heat, intensifying wildfires, stronger hurricanes, and rising sea levels. Former President Trump, you've vowed to end your opponent's climate initiatives, but will you take any action as president to slow the climate crisis?
Let me just go back to what you said about the police. How close the police are now. Almost every police group in the nation from every state is supporting Donald J. Trump. Almost every police group. And what he's done to the black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that. Super predators was his name. And he called it to them, and they've taken great offense at it, and now they see it happening. But when they see what I did for criminal justice reform and for the historically black colleges and universities, where I funded them and got them all funded, and the opportunity zones with Tim, as you know, Tim Scott was incredible. He did a great job. Great senator from South Carolina. He came to me with the idea, and it was a great idea. It's one of the most successful economic development acts ever in the country. Opportunity zones. And the biggest beneficiary are blacks. And that's why we have the best numbers with that in maybe ever. They're saying ever. I read this morning where ever, the best numbers. He's lost much of the black population because he's done a horrible job for black people. He's also done a horrible job for Hispanics. But wait till you see these millions of people pouring into our country, and they're going to take the jobs, and it's already started, and you haven't seen anything yet. It's a disaster.
38 seconds left. President Trump, will you take any action as president to slow the climate crisis?
So I want absolutely immaculate clean water, and I want absolutely clean air, and we had it. We had H2O. We had the best numbers ever, and we were using all forms of energy, all forms, everything. And yet, during my 4 years, I had the best environmental numbers ever. And my top environmental people gave me that statistic just before I walked on the stage, actually.
I don't know where the hell he's been. The idea
he be
that he said is true. I passed the most extensive climate change legislation in history. We find ourselves, and by the way, black colleges. I came up with $15 billion for HBCUs, historic black universities and colleges, because they don't have the kind of contributors that they have to build these laboratories and the like. Any black student is capable in college of doing any white student can do. He doesn't have the money, but now they'll be able to get those jobs in high tech. We're in a situation where the idea that he is claiming to have done something that had the cleanest water, He hadn't done a damn thing for the environment. He out of the Paris Peace Accord.
Yeah, it was a point in time where they couldn't say that word.
Because if we reach 1.5 degrees Celsius, and then there's no way back. The only existential threat to humanity is climate change, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. He must undo all that I've done.
Oh my God.
The Paris Accord is going to cost us $1 trillion, and China nothing, and Russia nothing, and India nothing. It was a ripoff of the United States. And I ended it because I didn't want to waste that money because they treat us horribly. We were the only ones. It was costing us money. Nobody else was paying into it. And it was a disaster. But everything that he said just now, I'll give you an example. I heard him say before insulin. I'm the one that got the insulin down for the seniors. I took care of the seniors. What he's doing is destroying all of our medical programs because the migrants coming in, they want everybody.
Peers,
look, I have the biggest heart on the stage, I guarantee you that. And I want to take care of people. But we're destroying our country. They're taking over our schools, our hospitals, and they're going to be taking over Social Security. He is destroying Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
He hitting on points though.
The idea
boomer
is
millennials.
we, in fact,
baby boomers.
They're
retiring now.
Consequence.
And that's what
We're
they care
not.
about.
We're not members of the Paris Accord. How can we do anything if we're not able to? The United States can't get its pollution under control. One of the largest polluters in the world, number one. We're making significant progress. By 2035, we will have cut pollution in half. We have made significant progress, and we're continuing to make progress.
I don't care about no pollution. I don't know what I'm trying to do right now, to be honest with you. What? What? Why does it do that? What's that you see on?
One company
and I still hear
agreed
it.
that they
in terms of what behavior,
$35, which I was calling for, one voluntarily. I made sure every company in the world, every pharmaceutical company, cannot have to pay.
Thank you.
And by the way,
so every day, millions of Americans struggle just to make ends meet. For many older Americans, Social Security provides a critical lifeline. President Biden, if nothing is done to Social Security, seniors will see their benefits cut in just over 10 years. Will you name
American politics? Let me see what else. I was supposed to go on Twitch.
Seniors will see their benefits cut in just over 10 years. Will you name tonight one specific step that you're willing to take to keep
gonna fucking
yes, make the very
banish her from the U.S. after this
right
shit.
now,
Banished.
everybody making under $170,000.
He's gonna strip her U.S. citizenship
of their paycheck every single time they get a paycheck from the time the first one they get when they're 18 years old. I'm proposing that everybody they pay. The millionaires pay 1%. 1%.
For Don's the real hero. What is clicking do? So the clicking is for a mini. We've got another mini.
After that, I began to make the wealthy begin to pay their fair share by increasing from 1% beyond to be able to.
Where's his son at, bro? It's
So
only
you still have 82 seconds left. Are there any other measures that you think
Why does
would
it
be
feel
able
like
to
the
help
president
keep
has
Social
more-
Security solvent, or is that one enough?
Why did I eat
that one
bro?
enough
I
will keep
feel
us
so
solvent.
icky in my
The biggest thing
stomach.
we'll do if we defeat this man because he wants to get rid of Social Security. He thinks
I feel
there's
like
plenty to cut in Social
icky like
Security.
Vicky.
He's wanting to cut Social Security and Medicare both times. And that's what, and if you look at the program put forward by the House
it's actually
Republican
mad people
caucus
watching it
that
on
he
Twitch.
supports is in fact
Nah, I gotta see. Bro, why?
That
That
wasn't even that good. I'm telling you, I wish I had my
It's
diet.
pissing me off, son.
My diet Dr. Pepper.
It's
My diet
pissing me
Pepper.
off, son. I restarted a new stream. I'm still
in a
hearing it.
circumstance where 400,000 people, 40 million people would not have insurance because they have a pre-existing condition. Only allows them to have that insurance
turn it off.
is the fact that they in fact are part of the ACA.
Is the fact.
And by the way, the other thing is, we're in a situation where we talk about education for black communities. I've raised the amount of
Wait,
money
there's a
for
clip on
Pell
Twitter
Grants,
that
another
Juju
1,000.
posted. I want to watch it.
Man, I'm going on Twitch, dude. Man, I'm going on Twitch, dude. What screen? Excuse me. Where's Hassan? I'm here for Hassan. Oh no, I'm here for academics. I'm lying. Where academics at? Where Ak at? Just chatting IRL? Yeah, where Ak at? I want to see him spazzing. Yes. Thank you. Oh my god. Yo, this is the problem with Twitch. Like, I don't watch academics. You see this channel points nonsense. This is zero. This is zero. Like zero. So, like, if this is my first time watching academics, why am I seeing an ad, bro? Because I'm just click off.
Hotels.
If I'm on my,
he doesn't know what he's doing. And it's really coming back. I've never seen such anger in our country before.
President Biden?
The idea that veterans are not being taken care of, I told you before. And by the way, when I said suckers and losers, he said he acknowledged after that he fired that general. That general got fired because he's the one who's acknowledged that that's what he said. He was the one standing with Trump when he said it. Number one. Number two, the idea that we're going to be in a situation where all these millions and millions, the way he talks about it, illegal aliens are coming into the country and taking away our jobs. There's a reason why we have the fastest growing economy in the world. The reason why we have the most successful economy in the world. We're doing better than any other nation in the world. And by the way, those 15 Nobel laureates he talked about being phony, those 15 Nobel laureates, economists, they all said that if Trump is reelected, we're likely to have a recession and inflation is going to increase and go up. And by the way, worst president in history, 159 presidential scholars voted him the worst president in the history of the United States of America.
President Biden, thank you so much. Let's turn to the cost of child care, which many American families struggle to afford. President Trump, both you and President Biden have tried to address this issue, but the average cost of child care in this country has risen to more than $11,000 a year per child. For many families, the cost of child care for 2 children is more than their rent. In your second term, what would you do to make child care more affordable?
Just to go back, the general got fired because he was no good. And if he said that, that's why he made it up. But we have 19 people that said I didn't say it, and they're very highly respected, much more so than him. The other thing is, he doesn't fire people. He never fired people. I've never seen him fire anybody. I did fire a lot. I fired Comey because he was no good. I fired a lot of the top people at the FBI, drained the swamp. They were no good. Not easy to fire people. You pay a price for it, but they were no good. I inherited these people. I didn't put him there. I didn't put Comey there. He was no good. I fired him. This guy hasn't fired anybody. He never fires. He should have fired every military man that was involved with that the Afghanistan horror show, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. He didn't fire. Did you fire anybody? Did you fire anybody that's on the border that's allowed us to have the worst border in the history of the world? Did anybody get fired for allowing 18 million people, many from prisons, many from mental institutions? Did you fire anybody that allowed our country to be destroyed? Joe, our country is being destroyed as you and I sit up here and waste a lot of time on this debate. This shouldn't be a debate. He is the worst president. He just said about me because I said it. But look, he's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country. Now all of a sudden he's trying to get a little tough on the border. He came out with a nothing deal, and it reduced it a little bit, like this much. It's insignificant. He wants open borders. He wants our country to either be destroyed or he wants to pick up those people as voters. And I don't think we just can't let it happen. If he wins this election, our country doesn't have a chance, not even a chance, of coming out of this rut. We probably won't have a country left anymore. That's how bad it is. He is the worst.
He is the worst president in the United States history
of the world. No one thinks we're weak. No one wants to screw around with us. Nobody. Number one. Yeah. Number two, the idea that we're talking about worst presidents. I wasn't joking. Look it up. Go online. 159 or 58, don't hold me the exact number.
It's that dancer right here.
Presidential historians. They've had meetings and they voted. Who was the worst president in American history? One to best to worst. They said he was the worst in all of American history. That's a fact. That's not conjecture. You can argue they're wrong, but that's what they voted. The idea that he is doing anything to deal with child care. He did virtually nothing with child care. We should significantly increase the child care tax credit. We should significantly increase the availability of women and men or single parents to be able to go back to work. And we should encourage businesses to have
Thank you, President Biden.
facilities.
President Trump, the question was about what would you do to make child care more affordable, if you want to take your minute.
Just so you understand, we have polling, we have other things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad. And they rate me, I'll show you, I will show you, and they rate me one of the best, okay? And if I'm given another 4 years, I will be the best. I think I'll be the best. Nobody's ever created an economy like us. Nobody ever cut taxes like us. He's the only one I know. He wants to raise your taxes by 4 times. He wants to raise everybody's taxes by 4 times. He wants the Trump tax cuts to expire. So everybody, including the two of you, are going to pay 4 to 5 times. Nobody ever heard of this before. All my life, I'd grow up and I'd see politicians talking about cutting taxes. When we cut taxes, as I said, we did more business. Apple and all these companies, they were bringing money back into our country. The worst president in history by far, and everybody knows it.
President Biden?
Look, the fact of the matter is that he's dead wrong about, he's increased the tariff, he will increase the taxes on middle-class people. I said I'd never raise a tax on anybody making less than $400,000. I didn't. But this tariff is 10% tariffs. Everything coming in the country, you know what the economists say? That's going to cost the average American $2,500 a year more because they're going to have to pay the difference in food and all the things that are important. Number two, he's in a situation where he talks about how he's not raised, he's somehow helped the middle class. The middle class have been devastated by you. Now you want a new tax cut of $5 trillion over the next 10 years, which is going to fundamentally bankrupt the country. You had the largest deficit of any president in American history. Number one.
Was crazy.
Number two, you have not, in fact, made any contact, any progress with China. We are the lowest trade deficit with China since 2010.
Thank you, President Biden. Thank you, President Biden. Let's discuss an epidemic impacting millions of Americans that both of you have made a top priority in your first term, the opioid crisis. And for both of you, the number of overdose deaths in this country has gone up. Under your term, it went up. Under your term, it has gone up. Former President Trump, despite the efforts that both of you have made, more than 100,000 Americans are dying from overdoses every year, primarily from fentanyl and other opioids. What will you do to help Americans right now in the throes of addiction who are struggling to get the treatment they need?
Making that face.
To finish up, we now have the largest deficit in the history of our country under this guy. We have the largest deficit with China. He gets paid by China. He's a Manchurian candidate. He gets money from China. So I think he's afraid to deal with them or something. But do you notice he never took out my tariffs because we bring in so much money with the tariffs that I imposed on China. He never took them away. He can't because it's too much money. It's tremendous. And we saved our steel industries, and there was more to come, but he hasn't done that. But he hasn't cut the tariffs because he can't, because it's too much money. But he's got the largest deficit in the history of our country, and he's got the worst situation with China. China's going to own us if you keep allowing them to do what they're doing to us as a country. They are killing us as a country, Joe, and you can't let that happen. You're destroying our country.
So, President Trump, you have 67 seconds left. The question was, what are you going to do to help Americans in the throes of addiction right now who are struggling to get the treatment they need?
Jake, we were doing very well at addiction until the COVID came along. We had the 2.5, almost 3 years of like nobody's ever had before, any country, in every way. And then we had to get tough, and it was the drugs pouring across the border it started to increase. We got great equipment. We bought the certain dog that's the most incredible thing that you've ever seen, the way they can spot it. We did a lot, and we were getting very low numbers, very, very low numbers. Then he came along. The numbers, have you seen the numbers now? It's not only the 18 million people that I believe is even low because the gotaways, they don't even talk about gotaways. But the numbers of the amount of drugs and human trafficking in women coming across our border, the worst thing I've ever seen, at numbers that nobody's ever seen under him because the border's so bad. But the number of drugs coming across our border now is the largest we've ever had by far.
President Trump, thank you. President Biden?
Fentanyl and byproducts fentanyl went down for a while. And I wanted to make sure we use the machinery to detect fentanyl. These big machines that roll over everything that comes across the border. And it cost a lot of money. That was part of this deal we put together, this bipartisan deal. More fentanyl machines, more be able to detect drugs.
Don't they be on
more
beer
numbers
or something like that now?
of agents, more numbers of all the people at the border. And when we had that deal done, he called his Republican colleagues and said, don't do it. It's going to hurt me politically. No, he never argued it's not a good bill. It's a really good bill. We need those machines. We need those machines. And we're coming down very hard in every country in Asia in terms of precursors for fentanyl. And Mexico is working with us to make sure they don't have the technology to be able to put it together. That's what we have to do. We need those machines.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump, and again, the question is about Americans in the throes of addiction right now, struggling to get the treatment they need.
Well, this does pertain to it. He ended Remain in Mexico. He ended catch and release. I made it catch and release in Mexico, not catch and release here. We had so many things that we had done, hard negotiations with Mexico, and I got it all for nothing. It's just like when you have a hostage. We always pay $6 billion for a hostage. Every time we say it's a hostage. Now we have a hostage, a Wall Street Journal reporter, I think a good guy, and he's over there because Putin is laughing at this guy, probably asking for billions of dollars for the reporter. I will have him out very quickly as soon as I take office. Before I take office, I said by literally as soon as I win the election, I will have that reporter out. He should have had him out a long time ago. But Putin's probably asking for billions and billions of dollars because this guy pays it every time. We had 2 cases. We paid $6 billion for 5 people. I got 58 people out, and I paid essentially nothing.
Thank you, President Trump.
Let's turn to concerns that voters have about each of you. President Biden, you would be 86 at the end of your second term.
Essentially nothing. Essentially nothing. Just okay. My bad.
About your capability to handle the toughest job in the world well into your 80s.
Well, first of all, I spent half my career being criticized as being the youngest person in politics. I was the second youngest person ever elected to the United States Senate, and now I'm the oldest. This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent. I think that just look at the record. Look at what I've done. I've turned around the horrible situation you left me. As I said, 15 million new jobs, 800,000 manufacturing jobs, more investment in America, over billions of dollars in private investment in enterprises that we are growing. By the way, we brought an awful lot of people. Well, the whole idea of computer chips, we used to have 40% of the market. We invented those chips, and we lost it because he was sending people to find the cheapest jobs overseas and then bring home a product. So I went to South Korea. I convinced Samsung to invest billions of dollars here in the United States. And guess what? Those fabs, they call them, to build these chips, those fabs pay over $100,000. You don't need a college degree for them. And there's billions, about $40 billion already being invested and being built right now in the United States, creating significant jobs for Americans from all over the world.
President Biden, you have 40 seconds left. Would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I would. The idea that somehow we are this failing country. I never heard a president talk like this before. We're the envy of the world. Name me a single major country president who wouldn't trade places with the United States of America for all our problems and all our opportunities. We're the most progressive country in the world in getting things done. We're the strongest country in the world. We're a country in the world who keeps our word, and everybody trusts us. All of our allies and those who he coddles up to, from Kim Jong-un, he sends love letters to, and Putin, etc.
I don't think anybody in the East would want to be the president of America, bro.
About your capabilities to serve.
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them, both of them, as you know.
Think about what's going on in like.
Take one, just one.
Think about what's going on in Eastern countries. You know, I'm not trying to get political or religious based in them Eastern countries, like in the Koreas, you know, in some of the Asian countries. Like, think of how they treat women in those countries. okay, how women have to carry themselves in those countries. You think they wanna rule the U.S. where women have freedom to do whatever they want and say whatever they want? Heck no, hell no. They them having to see every woman in the U.S. be able to do whatever she want for the most part, do whatever she want and be whatever she want. Nah, that's a nightmare. For their religious standards, it's too much.
5 and only 223 pounds, or 225 pounds.
200 what?
You said 6'4", 200. Well, anyway, anyway, just take a look at what he says he is, and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driver.
Oh my God!
Vice President.
Did he just body shame the former president of the United States of America?
I told you, I'm happy to play
He's
golf.
called him a fatty.
Think you can do it?
He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was at 8 handicap. 8?
Hey, bro.
I've seen the swing. I know
Ah!
Hey, let's not act like children.
Talk on a presidential stage.
Specific concerns
Ironic?
that voters have about you. Will you pledge tonight that once all legal challenges have been exhausted, that you will accept the results of this election, regardless of who wins, and you will say right now that political violence in any form is unacceptable?
Well, I shouldn't have to say that, but of course I believe that. It's totally unacceptable. And if you would see my statements that I made on Twitter at the time, and also my statement that I made in the Rose Garden, you would say it's one of the strongest statements you've ever seen. In addition to the speech I made in front of, I believe, the largest crowd I've ever spoken to, and I will tell you, nobody ever talks about that. They talk about a relatively small number of people that went to the Capitol, and in many cases were ushered in by the police. And as Nancy Pelosi said, it was her responsibility, not mine. She said that loud and clear. But the answer is, if the election is fair, free, and I want that more than anybody. And I'll tell you something.
Yeah, I didn't mean to watch
this
a
great
thing,
president,
but it's kind of entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
At one of my many places, enjoying myself. I wouldn't be under indictment because I wouldn't have been his political opponent, because he indicted me because I was his opponent. I wish he was a great president. I would rather have that. I wouldn't be here. I don't mind being here. The only reason I'm here is he's so bad
Political
as a president that I'm going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again.
Whoa.
We're a failing nation right now. We're a seriously failing nation.
What was the question?
And we're a failing nation because of him.
No
his policies
political.
are so bad.
What was the word he used?
Military policies are insane.
Girl,
They're insane. These are wars that will never end with him. He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. We are very, very close to World War III, and he's driving us there. And Kim Jong-un, President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
You want a World War III?
That wasn't the question, Joe.
Do what you want, NATO.
Joey boy.
There's a thing called Article 5. An attack on one is attack on all.
Oh my God, he said that 3 times now.
The idea. I can't think of a single major leader in the world who wouldn't trade places with the job I've done, what they've done.
Yeah, we hear that, buddy.
We're a powerful nation. We have wonderful people. It's because of the people, not me. It's because of the American people. They're capable of anything, and they step up when they're needed.
Wait,
and right now, we're needed. We're needed to protect the world because of our own safety as a state. And again, we want to have a war. Just let Putin go ahead and take Kyiv, make sure they move on, see what happens in Poland, Hungary, and other places along that border.
No!
President Trump, as I come back to you for a follow-up, the question was, will you accept the results of this election, regardless of who wins?
Just to finish what he said, if I might, Russia, they took a lot of land from Bush. They took a lot of land from Obama and Biden. They took no land, nothing from Trump, nothing. He knew not to do it. Not going to play games with me. He knew that. I got along with him very well, but he knew not to play games. He took nothing from me. But now he's going to take the whole thing from this man right here. That's a war that should have never started. It would have never started, ever, with me. and he's going to take Ukraine. And, you know, you asked me a question before, would you do this? He's got us in such a bad position right now with Ukraine and Russia, because Ukraine's not winning that war. He said, I will never settle until such time. They're running out of people. They're running out of soldiers. They've lost so many people. It's so sad. They've lost so many people, and they've lost those gorgeous cities with the golden dome.
Yo, I've been sitting here.
If it's a fair and legal and good election, absolutely. I would have much rather accepted these, but the fraud and everything else was ridiculous. And if you want, we'll have a news conference on it in a week. Or we'll have another one of these in a week. But I will absolutely, there's nothing I'd rather do. It would be much easier for me to do that than I'm running
Who's
again.
talking when he's talking?
I wasn't really going to run until I saw the horrible job he did. He's destroying our country. I would be very happy to be someplace else, in a nice location someplace. And again, no indictments, no political opponent stuff, because it's the only way he thinks he can win. But unfortunately, it's driven up my numbers and driven them up to a very high level because the people understand it.
Let's see what your numbers are when this election is over. Let's see. You're a whiner. When you lost the first time, you continued, you appealed and appealed to courts all across the country. Not one single court in America said any of your claims had any merit, state or local, none. But you continue to provoke.
Okay, let me see what
lie
the guy.
Somehow there's all this misrepresentation, all this stealing. There's no evidence of that at all.
We
and
gotta see this.
There's all this misrepresentation, all this stealing. There's no evidence of that at all. And I tell you what, I doubt when you'll accept it because you're such a whiner. The idea, if you lose again, you accept it. You can't stand the loss. Something snapped in you.
100,000 people.
We'll be right back with more from the CNN presidential debate live from Georgia.
Bro, that was crazy.
Biden fat shamed him.
Oh yeah, I mean that was he tried. The problem is he fucking tried and he failed because he flubbed it. When he's like, "You're 6'5", 200 and like that was insane, brother. That was actually
a reference to such an obscure thing. It was
okay, lovely. Check somebody else out.
Track of the talking time.
Because whenever he answers when the other guy's talking, he hijacks his time, then does it his response time without actually answering it, and then they give him more time because he didn't answer the question. Dude, he's tripling his time 2.5x. It's insane.
Sure. I mean, Biden could do it too, but at this point, it's probably better. Biden doesn't talk that much. But.
Yeah, it's why I didn't agree with like the mute thing. I feel like you should have like a human element to letting him talk and not talk, you know, than having this like bullshit cut off. Because now they're like almost forced to like give him his time or more time. It's kind of odd.
I mean, like I understand it though. They want to make them not a spectacle rather than having people just like screaming at each other and going through ways. But
why is
at this point these two individuals live in completely separate realities. So
yeah, I mean, Trump is he's talking about other shit. Like he queued the wrong game mode. He's literally talking about other shit the entire time.
Yeah, kind of. I guess Biden sounds like a nervous high school debater who's trying to fit in like every single particular fact he has about a particular point. And Trump and people that support Trump generally just live kind of like in an emotional world. And as long as Trump like, hits the right emotional notes, like it always feels like he's giving a really good answer to everything. He just has to keep like basically playing the same song. But Biden is like, I think Biden on his answers, he just needs to focus on like one or two things and just like hammer that home and then stop trying to fit in like every talking point. Yeah, I think. Because it's the problem is like nobody cares about policy in these debates. They just want to hear you sound good and sound strong.
Yeah, he's getting like 50% result on like everything, and he's not getting it to the finish line on anything, right?
Basically,
that's kind of what I kind of felt about it.
Yeah, man.
There was hair in my food the whole fucking time, you guys.
So I think he just like kept that resentment going, and he never stopped. He never stopped with that resentment. And
he's like a Nixonian figure.
Yeah, and now we're stuck. Now we're just perma-stuck in this situation.
Whatever, dude. What? Yo, bro, I got nothing to say about this Biden and Trump debate. These are two old men. Hold on, actually. These are two old men. Hold on, let me actually mute this. Make sure it's muted. Yeah, these are two old men, like, that don't like each other no more. Like, one of them, hopefully, like I don't plan. Like, I don't want to vote for either individual. Like, either individual, I have no interest in either of them in politics anymore. So, like, this is kind of like, this is not cool. Like, this is not chill. Why do we have to vote for these guys a second time? This is weird. Holy smokes. Yeah. Mama home stuff. Like, why do I have to vote for these people a second time, bro? Why is it Trump and Biden 2 times in a row? Actually, this is the 3rd time I gotta see Trump go through an election. Is that not wild? It's the 3rd time we gotta see Trump go through an election, bro. Since 2016, son been running 3 different times, bro, and they hate each other now. How you call him? We got a president, a literal president that's in office, that's calling somebody fat on national TV. Like, that's him trying to stoop down to Trump level. That's him trying to stoop down, saying you 235 and 6'4". Is that even unhealthy? Hold on. Let me see. Is that even unhealthy? Is 6? Where that thing at? 4. He said 6'4", 6'3". I don't care. I'm putting 6'4". 235. Unhealthy. Hold on. What? Where is it? I'm not gonna use this one. Is 6 words? I know it's back. I'm not doing this again, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't type that no more. I might have to type that again, man. I'm not gonna hold you. I might have to type that again. Jeez. Okay. He said 230. Like, how does he know his way on the top his brain? 29. What does that mean? He's overweight. You fall into the overweight category. So he's literally borderline. Like, he is like a week of wilding out to being obese. What would be like? Let me see how close to obese he is, though. Like, he could wake up one morning and just be fat. Okay. So I don't want to go 40. All right, that's enough of that, man. I ain't doing that no longer. Let me hear
Happened. He talks about all this stuff, but he didn't do it. For 3.5 years, we're living in hell. We have the Palestinians and we have everybody else rioting all over the place. You talk about Charlottesville. This is 100 times Charlottesville, 1,000 times. The whole country is exploding because of you, because they don't respect you, and they have to respect their president, and they don't respect you throughout the world. What we did was incredible. We rebuilt the military. We got the largest tax cut in history, the largest regulation cut in history. The reason he's got jobs is because I cut the regulations that gave jobs. But he's putting a lot of those regulations back on. All of the things that we've done, nobody's never seen anything like. Even from a medical standpoint, right to try, where we can try space-age materials instead of going to Asia or going to Europe and trying to get when you're terminally ill. Now you can go and you can get something. You sign a document. They've been trying to get it for 42 years. But you know what we did for the military was incredible. Choice for our soldiers, where our soldiers, instead of waiting for 3 months to see a doctor, can go out and get themselves fixed up and readied up and take care of themselves and they're living, and that's why I had the highest approval rating in the history of the VA. So all of these things, we're in a failing nation, but it's not going to be failing anymore. We're going to make it great again.
Thank you, former President Trump, President Biden. Stay with us because we have full analysis of this debate. Anderson Cooper and Aaron Burnett starts now on CNN.
All right, and it's time to go. They came back for literally 2 minutes. I'm not watching that. Let me see what the world's saying. Let's go to. Let's go to Phantom Tax. When was I watching this? Last 20.
Okay, buddy.
Literally, bruv. Yeah, got the most ads on the app. Holy smokes.
Ever now in the books and in front of the voters tonight, along with Aaron Burnett, first word on what those voters might make of it from our political professionals, from our CNN Flash poll, and swing state focus group.
God.
We'll be talking to surrogates, including
Look who it is.
fact checks from Matt Gale and new reporting from inside both campaigns. Here, CNN political
He said he was going to play golf with Trump.
Van Jones, Alyssa Parr, Griffin, and Newsnight anchor Abby.
I seen Biden ride a bike though. I never seen Trump do that.
National correspondent John King. John, let me start with you. Your thoughts?
Wait, that's bad. That's really bad. That's actually super freaking bad. Ooh, wait, Chad, should we play?
I don't care. I don't.
Go to the White House and ask the president to step aside. Other of the conversations are about should prominent Democrats go public with that call because they feel this debate was so terrible. They do say in moments in the debate later, the president got better and got his footing. But then at the end, even his closing statement was a little halting. The contrast between the two candidates. Let me be clear. None of them, and a lot of Republicans, don't think Donald Trump had a great night. Donald Trump broke the fact-check machine more than I can count tonight. That will be on the record as we go forward. He refused to answer some very specific and direct questions about his conduct, about January 6th and what all. So that will be dealt with out there. And sometimes there's a parallel universe between the political elites and the American people. It'd be nice to see what the voters say. But I can tell you, it started minutes in. It started with the first couple of answers, and it has continued throughout the night from a, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, to what do we do about this? And it involves very senior people in the Democratic Party, including elected officials, saying we have a problem.
And just to co-sign what John is saying, I mean, the panic that I am hearing from Democrats is not like anything that I have heard in this campaign so far. And a lot of it has to do with, first of all, there was a deep frustration about Trump's lies. I mean, he lied.
I'm here for the jokes, TBH.
Because I'm kind of like that person too. Bro, to keep it real, we gotta, like I'm the person who give people bad chances. I agree with Trump. Yo, y'all fucked up the Afghanistan shit. Why you ain't fire everybody?
Look, see, he Jamaican.
Yeah,
you
and
know
I'm
how
telling
these
you, I'm kind of like
Jamaicans
Biden
get
in that.
about these Republicans. Like,
niggas done fucked up a lot of shit with me, and I did not fire him. But that's why I actually admire Trump, because like he don't be making it like personal. Anyway, when it comes to this, you gotta get Biden out of there, man. Gotta get him out of there, man. Either that, or you're gonna just hand the election over to Trump. And here's a problem that I think a lot of people are not realizing. Yo, people like me, bro, it's not like we as Republicans, like we just want to rock with whoever who's better for us. We also understand that the presidency is electing one man and a vice president. So again, it's gonna be who appeals to us more, bro. Y'all got somebody who look dead. Like my nigga, like
he acting like he cares.
You ever watch one of them videos like on Facebook? And it's like a Dominican funeral, and they playing with the body like it's alive.
He acting like he cared, bro.
Like, did you hear that story about how they brought some dead niggas to the club and they just stood him up like this? Bro, that's what I feel like I'm seeing when I'm seeing that nigga Biden. I'm sorry. Now, here's the thing. If you listen real closely, and number one, why do a debate?
He don't care, bro.
Because you know a debate, people are going to judge charisma.
It's just like we in an era of social media and
funny,
reactions and
if you're
clickbait and
witty,
clip farming, and that's
it's
what's
gonna be
gonna get the
more than
clips.
just the policies
Biden
and your
sleeping, looking
rebuttals.
sleepy and dead is gonna get you a clip.
Why do that if you're
Trump
not gonna look good
saying
in none of
anything
that
he
shit
say
at
gonna get
all?
you a clip. Trump is the ultimate clip farmer. Like Trump is the ultimate clip farmer.
Confusing. So I'm
He
hearing
gonna
that
say
they're worried about
whatever
his
it takes
performance. I'm like, which fucking
so it could
idiot
go
agreed
viral on
for
social
him to
media. He
come
know
up
what
with
he
it?
doing.
It gets stronger
He
as
know
the
he
debate
doing.
went on, but by that
The
time,
only thing he
I
expect
think
to
the
happen was
panic
to
had
Joe Biden
set in,
calling
and I
fat,
think you're going to hear
because
discussions
that was mad clip
that I
farm.
don't know
Like I ain't gonna hold
will
you. Why
lead
is
to
his shoulder
anything,
so
but
wet?
there,
Holy
you know,
smokes, what?
there are going to be discussion about whether he
He was
should
outside in the
continue.
riot.
And I
Why is
think
his shoulder
part
so
of
wet?
it is Donald Trump did not meet his mission either. He could not resist.
Fish shoulder is very outside. Where's the debate at? It's nobody else with moisture anywhere close to them. Like nobody else. Anyways. Yeah, Act don't care about politics. He would literally, like, none of these people care about politics. They just want Trump. They want to say Trump for the clip because soft, hyper progressive people on the internet is gonna say, screw you academics, you a coon, this, that, and the next, and the right gonna be like, this is my black friend, this is my black guy, this is my black guy, this is my black guy. Oh, he's wet too. Holy smoke. Okay, no, same guy, and he can't lose in that situation because he's not gonna vote anyways. Like he's not going to vote for nobody anyway, so it don't matter to him. Anyways, that's just the clip, man. Honestly, but there's something I gotta do here. What was that I had to do? I'm gonna go ahead and check out for the fam. I'm gonna holler at you folks whenever I don't go to the gym again, cause I feel like I did okay today. I don't know. I feel like I gotta speak with a little more intention if I had to give myself a grade on day one of my public speaking social experiment on YouTube, because I'm actually gonna go back in like, I don't know, like a month or two and see if I sound like nervous or confident in the next like 30 to 60 days. You know, if I do this like if I skip like 2 or 3 days a week, I'm probably gonna skip like 2 days a week. I ain't gonna hold you. But like if I do these 2 times a week for the next 60 days, maybe, you know, I can gain some sort of confidence in speaking loudly, because I'm a soft-spoken person. So anyways, yeah, I didn't care about that debate. It didn't change my opinion on either of these individuals. They both old and they both about to